A national conference has been organized to debate and resolve on the best way forward for Uganda's scoring systems and forms of governance, or federal versus unitary government, and the relevance of constitutionalism in leadership. They believe that since President Museveni reached the elections all the times that he has been in power, it's high time he steps aside for other legitimate Ugandans to take power.
That time I stood, I condemned it. Ending this, we thought he could now give himself a new leaf, not rigging elections even beyond what he did in 2011. Now that the elections were rigged, now that it was a sham election, now that there is all public evidence that Museveni is wanting to retain power fraudulently, we are against him being sworn in again. That is NRM business. They can swear him in as NRM chairman, but not as president of Uganda. But if he does so, he shall have committed treason in the current 1995 constitution, amended as it is. And if he does so, then he will face the music of the power that is bestowed in that particular constitution.
Former presidential candidate Samuel Walter Lubegamkaku says among other issues that the Pressure group puts forward is the failure to manage the security of the country, keeping people with their property, and they gave an example of the face which thumps people while the police looks on.
Then came the other one of which I went through, of safe houses, arresting people anyhow. You arrest them, and whoever arrests you, you never know. These are not policemen. I was arrested, put in jail in safe houses for almost 6 months, less 1 week. I was transferred from the safe houses to Mbuya Barracks, quarter guard, spent in a 4x5 with 20 others, inmates, 4 feet by 5, 20 others for 6 months and 1 week. Under torture, with only one accusation, mistreason of treason, which means Samuel knew about some people who are plotting to overthrow the government, but never released that information.
Lubega elucidates that the president and the NRM have failed to respect the constitution, adding that many people have lost interest in being into active politics because many people who won elections were not declared winners and losers were declared winners. He adds that the lands minister, Erios Nantaba, who fought the land grabbing policy, has been fought by the system until she lost the ministerial post.
As of today, he even fights Nantaba, his minister, with that special relationship they've had on the idea of land. Nantaba is saying we should have democracy in the way we acquire land. She's the minister, and then he sends Kaihura to fight Nantaba. Your minister? A cabinet minister? That is the first crisis you can see. A crisis where the president is interested in grabbing the land of the people. Where in our constitution, as it is laid down, I don't know whether we came with the constitution, yes, that power belongs to the people. Power belongs to the people, and the people should be ruled according to their will.
The People's Government Pressure Group claims that President Museveni does not respect dialogue and round-table discussion for better leadership, and the RRA rebel leaders, Joseph Kony, has communicated to them asking for dialogue through phone message to stop insurgency and atrocities in northern Uganda.
And they will appeal to every fighter, every aggrieved person, whether it is because of elections that were rigged and the general mandate. I'm talking of the presidential elections. I'm not ashamed to say that. They were rigged and the general mandate. And this time we are saying, we in the People's Government, that Museveni should not lead another 5 years. For what? He should pack his bags and go. We don't need him here. This is a fraud. He must know that it's a fraud. And we are saying here that it is not enough to hand the mantle of power over to Salim Saleh and his son Moz. We are here ready. We are consistent. Mr. Museveni, you know me. It is one time in the year 1996, you sent a team, you sent Honorable Bidandi Sali, who is still alive, you sent Basoga Nsantu, you sent him, the then Major Nyakairima, who was a general and was assassinated here in that. You sent the Attorney General Ruhindi. That was the delegation, and he offered me to become the vice president of this country. You remember very well, President Museveni, that I declined, I refused. But I would be happy in the people's government. Even if I'm appointed a state minister, I'm going to accept it this afternoon.
Many political activists are joining the Opposition Forum for Democratic Change in a bid to cause a stumbling block towards the official swearing ceremony of the ruling party NRM. It is only time for the official ceremony to take place at the Kololo airstrip in Kampala. I am Kawesa Lubama, WBS TV, Kampala.